Good morning and happy holidays. We just got done with the biggest holiday of the year, Christmas. I just wanted to pop in and talk a little bit about the power of your business plan. Now, most people right now are thinking about doing just that. If you're not thinking about writing a business plan, then maybe you're thinking about a New Year's resolution or just maybe something you want to improve on in 2021. And we have a lot of opportunity to improve upon this past year. So I think we're in a unique position this year to really make an impact on next year. So I was thinking about the process by which you would make your plan, right? And at my company, what we do is I have each of our agents meet with me for a 2-hour session. Now, we may not take the entire 2 hours, but it's important to allow enough time to get into that creative place. And sometimes it takes a minute to get there. And we talk about what we want next year to look like. We also have a template that we use. It's a business plan template. And really, the particular template isn't the important part. The important part is the process of writing and talking. And so this morning, I wanted to talk about this, but I also wanted to give you some backup, some reasoning behind why this process is so important and why it's important to do it just this way. So I found an article on Huffington Post. I like reading the Huffington Post. I think they have a lot of great contributors. And it was talking about Dr. Gail Matthews, who is a psychology professor for the Dominican University in California. And she did a study where she took a group of men and women from all walks of life, and she divided the group into two parts. One part were people who wrote down their goals on a regular basis, and the other group were participants who didn't do that. And what she found was that the people who wrote down their goals and their dreams were 42% more, let's see, how's it right? More likely to achieve those goals and dreams. 42%. Now, I'm not talking about, things I think might be true, or even this study here. I've actually experienced this in my own life, and I know it to be true because I've practiced this for a really, really, really long time. I have a book that I have consistently written down year after year my goals and my dreams, and I can look back in that book and all it is lists of things that have been crossed out. The only goals or dreams that I haven't crossed out yet are the ones that I've just written down. The ones that I'm going to be accomplishing next year. So I know this works, and the reason why I do it with my agents is because I want them to succeed more than I want me to succeed even. And so I want to teach them this technique. Now, a lot of them already know it, whatever, but providing that space, just that space and that time that we're focusing, all we're thinking about is your goals, what do you want to accomplish in 2021? Here's the thing. if you keep breathing, we will end up at the end of 2021. All you have to do is stay alive, right? When you end up at December 31st, 2021, what do you want your life to look like? What do you want to have parked in the driveway? What kind of, when you look at your bank account, what number would you like to see there? I'm talking about getting into the nitty gritty. Details. Let's get into the details, because honestly, the more detailed you are about your goals, that just adds to the power that you're going to have when you write it down. One other thing that this Dr. Gail Matthews talks about is there's actually two parts to this process. So the first part is writing it down. You want to write it down. You want to be detailed about it. The second part is actually sharing that information with another person. She goes on to talk about what is actually happening in the brain. So in the brain, you have a right side and you have a left side. Right side and left side. And most of you know the right side is your creative side and left side is more literal, more logical. So what happens is when your dreams are your dreams, they're in the right side. They're just kind of hanging out there. When you take the time to write them, now you're including the left side and you're getting both of those hemispheres to kind of communicate. So what's happening in the middle is they're having to cross that great divide. Now in the middle is where your spinal cord comes up to. So once you include that middle part, all of a sudden now your spinal cord, which is attached to every part of your body, now you've included your spinal cord. So now your whole body is invested in making your dreams come true. And this is science. I'm telling you, this is science. And maybe I have it a little bit, off and I'm oversimplifying it. But basically, this is what Dr. Matthews is saying. Then when you share that information with another human being, you're actually involving two of your senses. You're speaking and you're hearing yourself say it. So that just amplifies, the number of parts of your body and your brain that are involved in making your dream come true. Okay. One other thing, sharing it with another human being, also, whether you think you're doing it or not, it adds a layer of accountability, because once you tell somebody you're going to do something, suddenly two things are going to happen. Either you're going to do it or you're going to end the relationship with that person. I've seen it happen many times, because we as human beings have egos and we don't want to look bad. So what I also do with my agents, so that we don't run into that issue, because believe me, I never want to lose anyone on my team. I have a team of rock stars. So what we do then is we have every quarter, a quarter's 3 months. So every 3 months, we go back to the plan and we make adjustments if need be. We make a quarterly portion of that plan and we talk about it. We talk about what worked, what didn't work. And we, make sure that if we had overambitious goals, and we kind of reel it back. If the goals we made for ourselves, oh my gosh, I got those done, in 2 weeks, then we kind of pump it up. We add some things. So we're constantly making adjustments. And I want to tell you, the agents that sat with me and did this process last year, they're the ones who killed it this year. And the ones who didn't do so well. So I just, the evidence is there. The evidence is there. And if you are looking for a company that's going to maybe believe in this process and take the time with you, then you might want to give me a call. Okay. That's all I have. Happy holidays. We have New Year's coming up. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call too. I'd love to answer your questions about this process or anything else you might have a question about. All right, we will talk to you in the next year. Bye-bye.